Hey guys, welcome back. Um, so today was a bit of a slower day. Today honestly was the worst price action I've ever seen in like a morning. A lot of things were popping, dropping. I think worse than yesterday. Yesterday I lost. It was on the live, and that was honestly it was not good. Anyways, we're gonna move past that. Today we're up only $4. I can't say only. It's good, better than red. I'm gonna go over what I was looking at in the morning before I took an actual trade. So I passed up three different stocks before I actually took my first trade. So the first one was actually GNPX. This is the first stock that came up first thing in the morning. So things were looking good. I mean, the stock I've traded it before, or I've seen it. I'm pretty sure I've traded the stock before. Anyways, it's come up on the scanners before. So I'm pulling up the stock and it's already so it's up. This is what I'm seeing already. I see the red and it shoots up, and I'm like, okay, well, this looks like it has some area to move, but I'm looking at the daily and I'm like, okay, this is already potentially running to bag holders. We're not really finding much gaps, so I think I did right by watching and waiting instead of jumping in. Some money could have been made, but this started to sharply decline. I was looking for a break past the VWAP, but this was not happening. The 9 and 20 crossed, and it just kept selling off, and it would try to break against on VWAP here. I was watching it for a couple minutes, it didn't happen, and it was just one of those where you just had to jump in first, and I didn't know that this one was gonna be a good one. There was no news at the time. I mean, I'm pretty sure I anticipated that there was gonna be news, but it didn't show up until later. I just wasn't sure if this was gonna be a quick pop and drop. I really wanted to wait and see. Lately, they've been like that, where you just have to wait and see what forms. So then I'm like, okay, it's fine. I miss it. We go to POLA. So POLA also comes up on the scanner. So this can load. Yeah, a lot of bad price action. Not really continuing moves. And that can be kind of scary because you don't know when you're going to get the tail end of these moves. So Polo was up. What didn't I like about it? Well, the fact that instantly rejected. There was news, float's good, price is good, instantly rejected. Comes up again, rejects. Again, it rejects. And I'm like, okay, this is already looking sus. It's looking to break this level at 540, this top right here, but failed. And it just kept hovering above VWAP. I was watching it to see if it would make a cleaner move, and it just didn't. And it honestly sold off pretty bad. Well, not pretty bad, but just died down. Next one, SBFM. That's three stocks. No, two stocks I already passed up. I think there was another one. No, this is the third one before my final trade. So I was looking at SBFM and EDSA. EDSA is the stock that I traded. These two were going up concurrently. They were going up at the same time. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? When it comes up on the scanner, it's already at this level. And this is not really predictable candlestick chart. It's everywhere, there's some tops here, the volume starting to decline, and it just rallies up again, and then there's higher volume selling. And I missed this trade. So I missed this trade because I was already trading EDSA at the time, but I just passed this up and I was like, I don't think this will do good. But after EDSA comes up, this is already finishing its rally for the second time. Didn't really make much of a break of this new high of day in the morning. It topped at 250 and immediately started selling off. And I saw this live when I was flipping over once it was coming up on my scanner. I was like, whoa, this is scary. Like, this is really bad. From 255 all the way down to 189. These candlesticks were going down by like, let's see, how much? 30 cents, 30, 20 cents. That's a very scary position to be in. So EDSA had a similar sell-off, but I think it had cleaner price action than the other three. So we'll go here. Okay. So I was trying to be very quick in and out with EDSA. when it first came up, I didn't like this big red candle. I was like, okay, this is already sus again. And there's a lot of tops forming, and these tops just, they're not putting me at ease. They're not giving me enough confidence to buy. But it's slowly rallying up, and I'm like, okay, well, 350 is the target. So I get in for my first trade, 343. I see this candle flash down. I'm like, okay, I'm sell. It's gonna get close to my stop loss. I lost $8 on that first trade. Then immediately rallies back up, and I see that break over 350. I take a trade there, and then I sell at the top, and I get about $8 back. So I'm like break even on the day. And I jump in for another trade for 358 because I'm like, okay, this is picking up. This is doing really good. Level 2 was looking good until I was seeing resistance at 360, but immediately after I sold that for the winner, I got in for a mini dip right here, but it was at 358, and I sold basically the next 20 seconds at 363. This area of resistance was forming at 360-ish, and yeah, I got only $4 on that. So that's how I ended up with $4. And look at this, same thing, similar thing, just straight down, straight nosedive. So this move wasn't so clean in the beginning. It wasn't. I just couldn't find a good read, but I was like, okay, $half and full dollar, 350 up to potentially 4. I was looking at the daily chart on this, and I was like, well, I don't know. I mean, there's not really much room for gaps. I mean, we were already at $3. There was just a lot of resistance potentially in this area from bag holders. News, what was the catalyst? Well, the catalyst, they reported positive results. So obviously when I'm looking at the biotech, I want to see that they're doing good results, or if their clinical phases are doing good. Typically that's what I've been seeing. Like SPRB, when this came up a couple weeks ago, I think 2-3 weeks ago, this was good. This went up by a lot because of positive clinical data in one of their phases. But man, this was, if you guys like long term holding this, props to you. But this is crazy, from 7 all the way up to a high of that same morning, high of $170, and then all the way up to 200. So I'm not gonna capture all these moves, but that's what I'm trying to look for when it comes to biotech. And EDSA was the closest one, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna bother trying anymore. I already struggled in the morning, so I'm gonna take my $4 and walk away with that. And I just hope, I think this is what we're gonna be seeing maybe until after tomorrow, after interest rate decisions have been decided. Maybe we'll see a change in the momentum in the small cap. But this month has been really bad for small cap stocks, and the best we can do is just try to adjust and bunker down and not get risky. And I failed doing that. I got too risky earlier this month, and I paid the price. So I'm down $600 in the month. That's the that's the surprise, which is not good. I'm not proud of that, but it's all a learning lesson, and I'm sure a lot of us have struggled at some point in this month. It's not been the easy. It hasn't been the easiest, no, but it will just make you a better trader once you can trade under tougher conditions, because you know what to look for, and then you know what to trade. So that will only make you more patient on choosing the right stock. And I feel like I did pretty good in doing that. And when I took my loss, I did really good at doing that as well. My loss, I wasn't holding. I took my loss and got out, and I didn't get greedy. I waited for stuff to develop and really confirm, okay, is this the stock that's really going to be the strongest for today? And no, it wasn't. I have VSE. So unfortunately, when I clocked out, after I clocked out, I saw VSEE was a penny stock. And I think this is also biotech or healthcare. They got awarded some sort of healthcare service. Oh, damn. Well, you see that? Finished down 6K. That's the real time. He did good on this VSEE. Oh, Ocean Pal, damn. Minus 10,000. What a coincidence that this just came up as I'm doing my own recap. Yeah, dang. See, even for Ross, it was tough. It's not easy. This is hard. This week has been hard. And I hope next week things will turn around and change, and we'll start to see what we were seeing early September heading into August. Okay, so when saw VSEE, it was already a penny stock, and I didn't pay too much attention to it. I don't think there was the news at the time. No, there was, but I wasn't paying attention to it. Price action wasn't moving that um, as fast as other stocks. But obviously, this is like I think 10 minutes before clock. I stopped trading on 5:40. Or stopped looking at stuff at 5:40. Like 5:30, I gave time and there was nothing. And this is what we're looking at. Once it rallies back. Yeah, right here. So this candle, look at 20 cents candle. This candle's about 10 cents. Let me know if you guys did good on this. But this right here is what worries me whenever I see a stock moving up, is this high doji candle. This up wick. It's not really that, to me, doesn't give me enough confidence to buy in. But hey, momentum kept on driving the stock forward, and we were seeing 20-cent moves. This was in this candle. This candle was almost a $2 move. That's insane. And I don't know why my warrior trading did that. But yeah, those moves can be crazy. A $2 move in a single candle, that's absolutely insane. So you win some, you lose some. And the moral of the story, just be careful and just have fun. I'm still having fun, honestly. I know I'm waking up in the morning. I'm losing, but I'm having fun. You shouldn't have fun when you're losing, right? But I'm having fun. Honestly, I don't mind. I know this is going to be the way that will help me get through this whole inflation. I was ranting yesterday in the live that, and this economy sucks. It's not the best, and we're heading to scary times. People, my generation, people 30, 40s, we're heading into some scary times with the cost of everything just going up. It's just becoming impossible. Many people that have good jobs are working another job. That shouldn't be the case. You should have that one job to sustain for mostly everything. Obviously not luxury items, but it should be able to cover your basic necessities: rent, food, gas, electric, water, without having to look for scraps or look for a side hustle. That side hustle should be optional, but hey, this is what separates from people hustling and from people that just want to not hustle. And I'm gonna hustle. This is my way of hustling, and I'm slowly building up my Robinhood account as much as I can. Hopefully, when that's a sizable account, I can allocate some of those funds to my day trading funds when I deserve it. When I deserve it, I don't know. Maybe next year. I have not added anything to my account. Next year, I think I'm going to add maybe another 1,000, 2,000. But I need to see results. I need to see that I'm consistent again. I need to see that before I can add money. Because if not, you're just going to lose money. So there's no point. And I'd rather just build it up naturally from where it's at. And then I can say, okay, let's give myself more money. All right. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. Please be safe. Be safe and have fun. All right. Take care. Peace.